So this is the second paragraph of my Amazon review, and it picks up right after the end of the first one about death coming to life and telling a story. And so it goes into, this is the revelation of the book Thief by Markus Zusak. So I've introduced the book there, the book that I'm going to be reviewing for the rest of the review. So as I was looking at this paragraph and I got some feedback from my class, I saw that there was this big chunk here where I tried to incorporate a quote that wasn't really working because it was saying the language Zusak almost makes words become a character in this book, and that just kind of interrupted the thoughts of the summary that I was trying to do. So I think I want to move that around. So I'm going to hit enter here, and I'm going to go back up to where I left off with my previous sentence about what if he could tell a story about a girl, and go into the idea of death narrates the novel himself. I like that there, and the story is about a young girl, Liesel. But before I go into the character of Liesel, I want to stick here a little bit longer on the idea of death. So I'm going to enter down, and I found a quote that I typed in earlier here from the first page of the book where Death introduces himself. So I'm going to put this quote in here, and I'm going to say, Death himself narrates the novel. He gives I don't use a stronger verb there, provides a quick description of himself on the first page of the novel. Well, we already said the novel, so on the first page, and then I'm going to put a colon here and lead into the quote. Please, trust me, he says, I most definitely can be cheerful. I can be amiable, agreeable, affable, and that's only the A's. Just don't ask me to be nice. Nice has nothing to do with me. And then I'm going to go into the idea that as he tells the story, as Death narrates the story, he reveals more and more of his character. And how he has a role to play in the novel. I think that's interesting then, because I want to show the reader that the character of Death not only narrates, but he has a role to play. And so then I'm going to lead into where I was going with the character of Liesel. So by inserting in that quote and then kind of elaborating on Death, I'm hoping that's going to connect better to my first paragraph. The story is about a young girl, Liesel, who is given up by her mother to foster parents during the height of Nazi Germany. I think that's a lot of information for one sentence, so I'm going to cut out a little bit here. How about I say the story is about a young girl, and I'm going to cut this here, during the height of Nazi Germany, and I'm going to insert it back here and then say something like she was given up by her mother. And look, that's some passive voice right there, so I think I might just go ahead and twig it to her mother leaves her with foster parents because she cannot take care of Liesel anymore. And then I want to go into the idea that Liesel steals books, but that may need a better bridge. So as I'm reworking this paragraph, I'm realizing that I'm having to do a lot of rewriting to make it work. So she steals books is the next piece. Well, maybe I should tell them about how she steals the first book. So, in reaction to her younger brother's death, Liesel steals her first book. And then, to add some emphasis and voice here, I'm going to say, and Death is watching. And that's what happens in the book. Death is kind of observing her do this. And so I'm going to cut that out there. And Death is watching. He, I'm going to say something like, Liesel catches his eye. Then I want to go into the idea of she cannot read, but I think I might need to create a new paragraph now because I've really started to go into a new idea. So give me some pointers on what I can do to improve this paragraph. I'm still working on my summary. It still needs some work, and and if you'll just leave me a